Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Duncan Lennox. He is the CEO of CueStream. Welcome, Duncan.
Thanks, it's a pleasure to be here.
So let's talk about the changes that salespeople need to make in this age where there is a lot more data and there's a challenge of balancing the art and science of selling, and it requires a mindset shift. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, in many ways, the skills of selling haven't changed at all. I mean, ultimately, it's always still about understanding the customer need and being able to match your solution and add value. So none of that's changed. But as you said, data and a lot of technology more generally have changed the buying process significantly. So for starters, there's much more data in the hands of the customer or the prospect. I mean, they're doing 60 or 70% of the buying cycle before they ever engage with the sales rep of a company, and they're coming very well armed with information. So I think the old days of being able to list off the basic value proposition, benefits and features of your product just don't cut it anymore, because they already understand that. They don't need you for that.
Right.
So there's a need to really understand their business and be able to speak to their pain and how you can help them. So I think that's changed things a lot.
Well, then there's the other shift. We're suffering from an abundance of information, and there's poverty of attention. So what is the mindset shift that we need to change to actually go beyond that new barrier?
Although the prospect is able to go out and get a lot of information, it's raw data. So what they need is help filtering that down and figuring out what's important and what's not. And to me, that's a huge opportunity for the sales rep. Now, it does mean the rep has to be up to speed themselves on the industry that they're selling into, the business pain points, and the specifics of the customer. I think there's a recognition and a requirement on the part of the prospect or the customer that the rep is going to come to the table understanding a lot about them and able to talk fluently about answers and how they can get there fast. So that's how you cut through the noise and provide more value than they're able to get just by doing a keyword search on Google.
So Duncan, you strike me as someone who has a really positive mindset. You see opportunity in that difficulty. How did you create that for yourself?
Firstly, I always am optimistic, so I always think every challenge is really an opportunity in disguise. A lot of people are being overwhelmed by the deluge of information, as you talked about it, and the change in technology. But you look at what it's bringing us. I mean, access to data in a mobile way, obviously, is creating this flow, of information that's, drinking from a hose kind of thing. But at the same time, the technology is providing us ways to really get at the heart of things. So leveraging data to understand what's going on in the selling cycle and be able to use that both to drive a higher quality experience for the customer, but also help the rep themselves refine their own skill set and make sure it's applicable to the environments that they're selling into today.
Duncan, share the secret in your company. You obviously have a well-run, very important company and very smart people. How do you cascade that positive mindset among your employees?
We do have an incredibly smart, incredibly enthusiastic set of people in the company, and they certainly understand our vision and our mission at a high level. But there's a need to be constantly reinforcing that in more detail. Not just what we're trying to achieve, but why are we trying to achieve it? Why are we going about it the way that we are? What's the longer term reason why we're doing this? So we spend a lot of time trying to spread that message, and of course use our own technology, which is all about that, reinforcing messages and helping to make sure people get it and really understand it so they can feel empowered and be more effective in their role.
Yeah, and you unleash their creativity when you align their personal goals and dreams with the company goals and dreams.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a force multiplier. If you get people all pointed in the same direction, believing passionately in the same mission, it's incredible what you can achieve.
So, final question, what can people expect from CueStream in the future?
Well, it's a very exciting time for us right now. We've really been taking what we're doing with sales forces, initially around reinforcement and helping them develop and refine the skills and capabilities they need to be successful. We're taking that to the next level now, and we're taking the data that we're getting as part of that process and using it to really personalize and refine the experience so we can help reps really focus in on the areas that they need to improve so they can be more successful as reps and be more successful for their company. So for us, that's a combination of the mobile approach, big data, deep integration into things like Salesforce.com, and bringing that all together, with our special sauce in a way that is a win-win both for the rep and the company.
So you're delivering greater insight so salespeople can translate that to simple value statements, and they can accelerate their pipeline.
Absolutely, helping them be more effective, and when they get that 2 or 3 minutes in front of a prospect that they worked so hard to get, that they can make sure they can deliver the right message and add value at that time, because they only get one shot at it.
Well, thank you, Duncan, for your time and sharing your insights.
Thanks so much, I enjoyed it.